Recording in
wet the entire paper, make up a light grey with a little bit of Payne's grey and a little bit of burnt sienna, and make a little bit darker mix of that, and make up a grey with some Payne's grey, green with some Payne's grey and some lemon yellow. Just make up a little bit more of that. That needs to be a bit lighter. Right, okay. So first we're doing I'm just doing the furthest away tree, and put a little bit of ultramarine in that, just to give it a warmth. Tree. Don't have too much water on the brush for the next tree. We want that to stick, and we do the same sort of shape, maybe a little bit darker. It will dry lighter. So that. I'm just going to go over this other tree just slightly. It's spreading a bit well. So quite a dry brush, and then we're going to go in for some green. That can go over the top of that second tree, and I want a bit more and a bit darker. I want to do some shadows. A few spots at the top just to denote leaves. And get some clean water on your brush, not too much, and just tap it on like splattering paint. That will give it texture. Moving on now to the foreground. So I've got put trunks in, but I'm going to do the foreground first. So starting off with a little bit of raw sienna. Then a little bit of burnt sienna. Then maybe a little bit of sepia or burnt sienna and Payne's grey. That makes a nice brown. Now we're going to do the same splattering thing with this. So splatter just plain water on the ground. Sit for the big brush now. Move into the rigger. I want some. I'm going to use that brown, although I'm going to dab some of the paint off on a tissue. put some trunks in these distant trees and some ground. That's just coming across. That will all melt down, merge. That's distant trees. We want the trunk of this tree. So I've got some raw sienna, burnt sienna. I'm going to do part of this in burnt sienna. Another little bit there, maybe there. I'm going to get a bit dark, so go back into the Payne's grey and mix that into the. It's a dark brown, but quite a rich brown. So there's a bright. I've made a branch coming off there. There's one there. The leaves are hiding a lot of the trunk. It goes up there. And a bit in the branch there. And I'll put branches at the bottom there. There's quite a bit of difference there. So I'm just, with a damp brush, I'm just blending those two bits of the trunk together. I've dried the foreground now, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a watery mix of the grey, and I want some people. People in this case are basically carrots. And he's too dark, so need a bit more water with it. And little family out there. Give them some shadow. Person over here. And we need one coming forward a bit, so they do have a bit of colour. I'm going to do a bit of red, but I'm not going to do him very big because he's coming forward. So he's walking there. So his body, maybe an arm. Some trousers, that's his hips. And he needs a head. The main figure is underneath the tree, so I'm going to give him a nice bright red t-shirt so that it contrasts. And so there's his t-shirt. He's got his hands on his hips. He must be waiting for someone. his hips. And he needs a head. Start off by doing a small dot and increase the size, and then you don't go. And he needs a little bit of shadow. That's his shadow there. He has got one just there. They've got one as well. They've got one over there. So he's probably got a friend. So let's give the friend a nice blue t-shirt. Do his hips. Walking. Oh, it looks as if he's got a bad leg. He needs a shadow. Oh, he also needs a head. And just to finish off, up in the sky, a few birds. Then maybe some grasses down this corner. Just pull them up with the side of your brush. Some grasses around the tree. Try not to make them as big as the people. Grasses maybe over here. And then sign your name. So